following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
It is cold in Texas, but it ain't cold on the Cowboys front. Man, is there anything else that could have happened in the last week?
Yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it?
God. Well, it's about 24 degrees, and the wind chill this morning when I walked out was in the single digits, which that doesn't happen around here very often.
I don't know how people up north live up there.
We should have just canceled work in the show.
Should have just stayed home in bed.
25 degrees in Frisco, Texas.
It's what?
25
degrees. Brutal.
Frisco, Texas.
Man. That is cold.
25 degrees in Frisco, Texas. And it ain't cold enough to stop me from jumping all over Kurt.
Oh.
Man. Yeah.
About what?
About Zeke and not paying him, that he's not worth it. Do you hate Zeke?
No.
I'm just asking the question. Do you hate Zeke?
This is the problem. You're going to be throwing words in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Zeke is a great player.
Okay.
He may be a Hall of Fame player. But I worry about spending that much money for that position.
How much money do you think we should offer him then, since, you think that maybe $15 million is too much?
I'm not a capologist. I don't know.
Oh, now you're not a capologist, but whatever they offer him is too much?
No, I don't know. You're going to pay him 14. What's Gurley make? 14, 15
Thanks,
million?
Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Who is that? Who just walked in?
What's up? This cat over there don't like me, Nate.
No, don't.
Little
Zeke's
back.
There's a difference here. I like Zeke. He's a great player.
Do you love Zeke?
It depends on the price.
In dollars, how much do you love him? $8 million worth?
Yeah, I'd pay that for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
I like you more than that, Zeke. I like you $14 million worth.
You're going to pay him Gurley money.
Gurley got what, 13?
What'd Gurley do for you in the playoffs last year?
He hurt his knee.
That's the position.
Okay, well, the quarterback wasn't hurting. What did he do for you? And they going to pay him?
Yeah?
Yeah. He was not hurt. Let me say this, man. I think if you're going to pay Zeke, and I'm just messing with my man, I think if you're going to pay Zeke, let it be now in his usable years.
Yeah, for sure.
This year, next year, and the year after. I think a 3-year deal, 4th year with a team friendly option, and that's now if they're gonna wait 2 years to pay him, that's a bad deal.
What you thinking? 3 years at what? $14 million?
Yeah, $14 million a year.
Yeah,
and make it all guaranteed. Say, hey man, it's all guaranteed. Don't give him a chance to moan, groan. Say, hey man, we're gonna give you $50 million, all guaranteed.
And you know what? Normally. I'm with you, Kurt, because I know what they did to DeMarco. They ran him in the ground. They got rid of him, and he wasn't the same as he was here. Granted, he didn't have the line and the team around him. And normally I'm on your side, but I also flash back to the games we haven't had Zeke and how pedestrian the team looked without him in the backfield. And that
there's a difference. I mean, obviously Zeke is he's a special guy, but I think you can find other running backs that you
substitute for a while.
Yeah, that can do the job for that role.
Okay.
I mean, it may not be.
Okay, you're stumbling.
Who knows, Rod?
You're stumbling. You're stumbling. But you know what? I messed up. I shouldn't have brought this up. But the biggest fine, we lost him, but now we've found him. Guess who that is?
Who?
Jason Witten.
You know what?
We lost him. This is what makes me laugh. Nobody would have ever thought last year around this time that Jason Witten would have ever left.
Right.
And then this year around this time,
nobody would have ever come back. Hey.
You know what's funny? He walked through the day. What day they announced it last week? Thursday? Wednesday?
Thursday, I think.
And we're sitting there in our office. You know where mine and Nick's office is.
Right.
And we have that glass front.
They should kick Nick out of your office. But anyway, go ahead.
It's his office. I just rent space in there. And he walks through. And normally, no big deal because you see Mike walk through, and Woody and all that. But he had an all-blue Cowboys jumpsuit on with a Cowboys ball cap. And usually once you're gone from the team and you're in the media,
you stop doing that.
You stop wearing team gear. And he said hi to everybody in our little bullpen area. And I was like, okay, that's weird that he's got all Cowboys gear on. And then about 30 minutes later, we got a heads up from PR. Hey, this has just happened. And it was like, everybody's like, this is a joke, right? Is this April 1st?
Let me say this, Ray. Get everybody's reaction. Starting with you, Doug. What was your reaction when you first heard that?
I guess I wasn't shocked. I was, but I wasn't, because I always believed the rumors last year that Jason Garrett was trying to convince him to come back. It just made too much sense. Not that they didn't have talent at tight end. It's just, as we've talked about, the tight ends keep getting nicked up and injured, and every time you get a guy getting into a groove, he gets injured. And that's Jason Witten's. He's great at everything, but he's really great at staying healthy. And I know he's older than ever, so it's going to be tougher. But that's the trait that Jason Garrett probably wants, is a guy he can depend on who's going to stay healthy.
68 snaps a game. How many will he play?
Hopefully 30, 25.
Okay, your
Good
turn.
luck.
Your shot. Your shot.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Man, you guys are just gunning for me, aren't you? You're waiting to jump on
Zeke
me.
hater.
Yeah, exactly. When I first heard the news, I'm kind of like Douglas. I'm not shocked in that I thought he would eventually wind up coaching, so I thought he would be back. I was surprised that he was coming back as a player for sure. The fan in me and from that standpoint, I'm like, this is cool. It's cool to have Jason Witten back. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. I'm definitely worried that how's this going to work? How's this going to fit in? How's this going to change the dynamic of the team had moved on? Is this going to change anything?
How many snaps? 68. How many snaps?
How many?
Yeah, out of 68 on average, how many snaps?
Wow. How many should he play or how many will he play?
I'm asking you. It's your show.
I would prefer he probably play 20 to 30, but I'm betting he'll play over 40.
Your turn.
Call us 888-855-2297. We want. I'm going to answer, but I really want to hear the fans' reaction because.
Oh, I'm with you. They can have a whole show, brother.
Almost everything I've seen is like, oh my God, he's back. He's back. Here's what I worry about. I love Witten. I think he's a great role model. I'm worried. This team, what they've done in the last several years is they moved on from guys that are getting up there in age, and they've let the young guys play. They developed, and that's what they did with the defensive secondary year before last. Demarcus Ware got up there in age, and hey, it's time to go. You still got some gas in the tank, but we're going with the young. That's where I think it all started. What worries me is that man does not want to come off the field. Mm-mm. That man wants to play.
Competitive, yeah.
And we saw that, when he was here 2 years ago. 68 snaps, what you're saying? I'm 67.
Because Jason, from what I understand, I could be wrong, and Coach, you correct me if I am, but I think he appealed to Coach Garrett more than anybody to come back. That's the guy that can say, hey, this how many snaps we want to do. 68, if he want to be nice, I think he'll play 55.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's not going to come off the field. And are you going to tell Jason Witten how are you going to put him on the sideline?
Well,
he wants to play, he's going to play.
Exactly.
And, I mean, I don't –
They need to be able to
You
tell
leave
him
him out of the booth, right? Yeah. I mean, forget what everybody thought. ESPN was invested in him 100%. So you left a position where you was only going to get better. I think he was only going to get better. So I said, hey, Coach, man, and I give you $5 million. I said, hey, Coach, yeah, you want me back? Yeah, I want you back. Well, but on a limited basis. I'm better than what you got out there, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let Swain get out of here, he is better than what's out there.
Well, do we know that though? He's 30. He's going to be 37.
37 when the
Hadn't
season
played
starts.
in a year.
You know
two
what?
Young guys that are developing.
Let me say this here. He took a year off. What Witten does is I'm not saying it don't take physical ability, but he's got enough savvy, to be able to survive, more than survive. So a year off just made his legs fresher. Now, will he lose that freshness in the training camp? No, because they're not going to practice him that much. They're going to just get him an edge on him. Mm-hmm. And in games is where he's going to really perform.
What if he has lost a step? You think, like you said, you think they're going to bench him?
What? If he's lost a step,
how's that do for the team then?
If he lost a step, you don't even let him continue. You don't. That's almost borderline inactive. If he's lost a step because the step he can't, brother, he can't lose no more.
I know. I agree.
And here's the deal: even a Witten that's lost half a step, he's still better than. I mean, he's probably still in the mid-range of tight ends that are in the league.
So you think? What about are Jarwin and Schultz going to develop into that?
I just that's what I hope. I don't hate the move. I don't love the move. I like him. I like him on this team because I think he brings something to the team. I just hope that you don't abandon what you've started the last few years and he inhibits the growth of these young guys, because you saw Jarwin step up. You saw Schultz last year start to step up.
They've never developed a tight end behind him.
Right.
Then I had 3 guys come in here as second-round picks. This year here, this is the most important draft, I think, for the Cowboys, and the fact that you don't know what's happening at a few positions. They're in limbo. I mean, total limbo. And you got to draft guys that can give you some help. Young depth that can possibly start at that second and third pick. So we can't mess that up. Now and what I mean by that is go at least make a great effort to get the right guy.
They don't need a tight end now with that pick, though, do they?
No, I don't think so. But now I wasn't a tight end guy no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably next week or the week after that, I'll start having some D linemen that I'm talking about.
Nate was a fat guy, remember?
Yeah, I ain't going.
He wasn't going tight end. He was going.
They had a guy this week ran a 4.8 40 D lineman. And then they had another one, the defensive end, ran a 4.4. Ooh, from Mississippi. He going high, though. He going high.
Yeah.
He can ball. He going high.
Man.
How you doing, sir?
Let's go to the phones. Let's see what everybody thinks about this. Mikey in Tucson. What's up, Mikey? Hello.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
What's up?
Oh, hey, man, last time I talked to you was 70 degrees. It was before winter. It's still 70 degrees over here, man. I'm sorry you got the freezing your butts off over there, man.
Well, thanks for your concern.
Anyway, when I heard the news break, I kind of got annoyed by it, dude, because we needed him this year. I understand that the ESPN opportunity was like once in a lifetime, and whatever happened over there, but we needed him this year. Then I got to thinking, it does fill a void, and us not getting somebody from free agency. I wanted to know what you guys thought. Let's say if we would have got Dallas Goedert, Dallas Goedert would have been on our roster. Does Jason Witten have an opportunity now? And hey, I love your guys' show. You guys is the best, man.
How many snaps you think Jason Witten going to play?
I think he'll do like 30, 25, 30. I don't know, dude. He's Jason Witten. He got his spot. He already done took his locker back, man. So he's Jason Witten. He already has a cloud here. So we can't be too bullish and say, well, we can't have him back. It's fine. No, he's earned it. But at the same time, that kind of annoys me. It's like somebody leaving work and coming back and acting like he could sit in the front seat again. You know what I'm saying? All right, bear down, guys. I love your guys' show, man.
I appreciate it.
Everybody gets a picnic on the 23rd later.
Thanks, Mikey. We appreciate it.
I do think they didn't give him the same locker, from what I understand. That there's certain leaders that have the.
Zach Martin got his old spot.
He said he didn't want it back, so he's kind of fun. But that brings up the point. I almost wonder, as much as what happens on the field, the leadership aspect of it. I mean, you've kind of had this new crop of leaders step forward.
Mm-hmm. Does this regress there?
Now you have this huge presence back in the room. Is that going to shake things up, or does it help or hurt?
What do you think?
I think he come back and fill the room, and then fill where it's needed. And if it's not, then don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Fill where it's needed.
Is he that type of? I mean, he's just so competitive. He so wants to win, and bless him for it. But does that help or hurt overall? Is he willing to step back if he needs to?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. These guys, see, this is the thing about it. We're dealing with men. So you step away, and it wasn't because of injury. You stepped away because you chose to. So you came back because you're good enough to be back. But these guys, and I'll give you a perfect example. Kyrie Irving leaving the Celtics, getting hurt last year. And all of a sudden he's back. These young guys ain't listening. And they falling apart. Don't come back and wreck the locker room. Come back and fit where you need to fit, And when and make your plays. Mm-hmm. He don't have to worry about the direction of the team now. He don't have to worry about how everybody feeling or not feeling. He just come in and flow with everybody. And he still can lead his deal. Just fit where you fit. How every year he would lead the workouts and the unannounced workouts? He can still do that. You just fit where you fit now.
Yeah.
Somebody else stepped up last year and ran those workouts.
Yeah,
so I would think that, whether it's Dak or Zeke or whoever young leader there is now, I hope this huge present doesn't overshadow that.
It won't. They'll respect Witten and give him his just due. But it won't be no overboard or underboard. Don't even worry about that. I mean,
ideally, you would love to see him do what Dirk's kind of done the last year or two, and maybe even next year's. Yeah. Come in, realize, hey, I can still contribute. I can still give you 12 points a night. I'm going to do what I can do to help the team, but also where I can really benefit the team is behind the scenes, coaching these young guys up and getting them out. I mean, to me, that would be ideal as he comes in and he plays 20 to 30 snaps a game, and then he lets these younger guys develop. But, hell, what if he comes back and he's the old Witten? What if that year off rejuvenates him and he –
I think physically it will.
You think so? Because I was going to ask you that if you think it helps.
Just think if he'd have got hurt last year, say pull a hamstring, and he came back this year, you'd be like, oh, what no? He continued to work out to some degree, and now he intensifies. He got a whole offseason to intensify his workout back to what it was. He got some tricks up his sleeve that he can help the team out. Like I told you, I went over enthused. Like I called him like, wow, man, really? Remember when I called him? Like, I wasn't enthusiastic, but because the only thing I care about is if Witten comes and plays well and we go far in the playoffs, great. And then next year, I just don't want to avoid come next year. You don't need – this team cannot afford to drop off. Mm-hmm. It's got to be 10-plus wins. You got only 3 guys, serious guys in consideration for contracts this year. But next year, you got a mountain of guys that you got to consider. So we got to get through this year and got to have this team chemistry tight, because I don't want what's happening to my Celtics now. They're blowing up, brother. Mm-hmm. Because the team chemistry, because a dude that was already on the team got injured. Haywood is fitting good, but Kyrie is the leader. Yeah. He come back, and these young guy like, man, we was a game away from the finals.
Yeah,
from getting into the finals, and hey, you come and hog up the balls, and
that's going to be we'll see how it plays out. These guys may. What if they say, hey, we won the NFC East last year without you,
see that. That is up to Jason Garrett, Coach Jason Witten, and how he wants to fit.
Right. I guess how he fits and how he wants to fit, I hope, are the same.
Yeah. I'm like I said, when it first happened, my wife texted me, "Hey, Jason Witten back," Yeah, I'm like, man, my wife clowning. And then as soon as, 5 minutes, my phone go ding, 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 ding. And NFL, Jason Witten.
Mm-hmm.
This is for real. Let me,
And it's not April.
Yeah.
And if you're a Cowboys fan, it's got to make you feel a little bit good because he wouldn't come back to a team that didn't have a chance to win. I don't think he would come back if he didn't think they had a legit shot to go to or win the Super Bowl. And the other question I kind of have, how much do you think Linehan being gone played into him coming back? Or leaving?
That. Yeah.
I mean, coincidence, or were they using him the right way? Does he think he can be more productive now with Kellen Moore, or he just grabbed Kellen Moore if he doesn't call the right plays and put him in a headlock and give him a noogie and say, throw me the damn ball?
Yeah. I hadn't thought about the Linehan angle. It seemed like he was a pretty integral part of the offense with Linehan here. I think it was more about, he had this shot at ESPN he thought he'd take. But, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah.
Headlocks, huh?
Maybe. Maybe. All right, let's go back to the phones. Our good buddy, Reginald from Conway, Arkansas. What's up, Reggie?
How are you guys doing today?
All right.
Great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good.
I want to jump right on this because as soon as it happened, I had a certain opinion about it. I really wasn't that happy. And what you guys have been talking about, I've been listening, and I agree with a lot of that, but it all seems kind of circumstantial. Will he want to not play a lot? Will he want to play a lot? How will the guys react to that? Because of all that kind of not knowing, I think is really a bad idea. Now, him coming back as a coach, I think that would have been great. Him coming back as a player, I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
I do, because I'm like, okay, how does he fit? Veteran guy, been there, done that, but you have to just kind of relax and let this play out because, I just do not need to come after next year. And really, I'm concentrating on this year because I'm kind of selfish because I need them 10-plus wins.
Yes, I understand what you mean.
But we do not need to lose Jeff Swain. Schultz don't hardly play. Blake don't hardly play. And then next year we come, okay, and then we got to be saying, okay, is Witten going to play? Is Witten not going to play?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to start the Brett Favre thing.
Yeah. You can't slow those guys develop.
Yes, and I think that's just more distraction when we're on the rise. I think bringing him back is just another distraction. It's hard enough being a Dallas Cowboy. There's enough going on around the team already, but to bring him back, I think it's just one more thing that can throw them off track.
Yep, we hear you, man.
I'm with you, man. But I'm praying it don't.
Yep.
I don't need no off track. I want to talk noise this year. Through the whole year. I want to call all my friends, everybody I know that love another. I want to talk me some noise, man. And it's been a long time since
I do too. Now, one more thing, if I could just interject this.
Go ahead
I think that all these things that they're doing, making Kellen Moore the OC and bringing Witten back and all these kind of moves, do you think Steven is playing the long game to maybe, I don't know, because I think Jason Garrett and Dak Prescott are attached at the hip, and so if it doesn't work out this year, do you think they're just kind of making way for the assistant coach to come in? And I don't want to drop any names, but you all know who I'm talking about. Do you think they're just trying to open the door for him to come in?
For who?
Richard?
Yes.
You know what, man? Well, we don't.
Okay.
I need 10-plus wins, sir. Don't add, man. Please don't.
Okay.
Don't add, man. Lord Jesus, man, I'm about to go. Man, I'm finna get in my car and just let my windows down and go 100 miles an hour and kill myself with this cold weather.
Look what you did to Nate, Reggie.
Okay. I'm sorry, man. It's just so much going on.
It's too much going on.
Thank you guys for taking my call. You're doing a great job.
We appreciate it, Reggie.
I'll get with you guys later.
Thanks, man. I don't think they're making room and hoping Coach Garrett fails, but I think the way that this is all played out is they say they're talking to Dak and they're having conversations. They haven't re-upped Coach Garrett. I think this is all setting up to be like, hey, this is your year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look last year, they changed all the assistant coaches except Garrett and the coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Now this year, I mean, Richard kind of took over defensive coordinator duties. Now you got a new offensive coordinator. That only needs one more change.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of think he's a little bit on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm. I think you.
Now he all the way on the hot seat.
Yeah.
It's just a peculiar hot seat because the owner slash GM love him. That's the difference. Most coaches, he love him. So
Mr. Jones wants him. He's dying for him to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a quote.
But he on the hot seat because if he wasn't, the great if most teams that would have had a coach that brought you from 3 to 5 all the way to a 10-win season, they'd be like, oh man, we need it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They had a see if I can find it here. Mr. Jones on the bus. He usually holds court.
Yeah, he does. We're about 4 or 5 guys.
Yep, from the local media, and he said when it came to Coach Garrett, let me find. Here it is. He has never lost a team ever. That's very impressive. Hopefully that can come together. We can get him a Super Bowl, and he'll be maybe the longest tenured coach in the history of the Cowboys. So basically, hey, Coach, win us a Super Bowl, and you don't have to worry about job security ever. You can stay as long as you want. So
I don't know.
let's take a break. Man, there's so much to talk about. We got Randy Gregory talk. We got David Irving talk. We've talked Witten a little bit. Demarcus Lawrence.
There's no off season.
Yeah, we taking your calls, man.
Yeah, call us.
I'm serious, big time.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we got Demetrius and Dallas on the phone on Hanging with the Boys.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with sideline access and photo ops with current players, alumni, and cheerleaders. That's not all, though. You'll get to talk X's and O's with Senior Director of Player Personnel Will Mccray, and of course with yours truly, me, Brian Broaddus. You can trust the official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and with us, you'll travel like a pro. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
While a player can look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than just stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than just specs and features. You've got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. Experience one for yourself. Visit myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back. Drawers, go.
Drawers. I need some long john, Tommy John underwear today.
Look at this.
Smart move. Smart.
I'm a big fan of the leggings.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy John gives you the feeling of freedom where it counts with a contour pouch that nestles the boys. With over 3 million pairs sold, we put in the hustle to make sure you're nestled. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys. Send us some long legging Tommy John.
Get some warmth. I can't believe how cold it is. You know it's supposed to be 70 degrees next weekend or this weekend?
I hope so. I'm tired of it.
Maybe it's turning around. Maybe we're done with winter.
Do your boys have a recommended room temperature?
Yeah, Douglas, see, you got to go there.
Us boys or our boys that are attached to us? What are you asking?
The second.
The second?
Yeah. I imagine Tommy John's helps that.
I heard they're supposed to be cooler than your actual body, right?
What's that?
How they function
Why
properly?
they're outside.
Your boys.
Oh.
Douglas wanted to know.
Douglas just went into the gutter hard and fast.
And I followed him.
Yeah.
Well, no, all you got to do is look at a dog in the summertime.
Yeah.
Please expound on this. Go a little bit further.
If you look at a dog,
pull that microphone
in the
up so
summertime,
everybody
and
can
he
hear.
walks away from you. If it's hot, he'll be hanging with the boys. If it's cold, it'll be less of the boys hanging.
There we go.
I think this would be the conversation we'd be having.
Yeah.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes.
Demetrius in Dallas. How's it going, man?
Man, this Witten stuff, man. I was so pissed off I had to change my Tommy Johns, man.
Well,
my Tommy Johns, man.
tell us why.
Look, I watched the combine this weekend, right? So I'm looking at D linemen run 4.41s, 4.43s, linebackers running 4.2s, and Witten is so slow. I just got demoralized. I'm like, who's he going to block? And then I listened to Jerry Jones' interview, and he basically gave, when Witten's on the field, we're going to be running. I'm like, okay, so the world knows when Witten's out there, he's going to be running. We've seen him play his last year. It wasn't as fast. I mean, I'm just so depressed because I feel like now my explosive offense is just taken away. Like, it's just no more 4 wide receiver sets. I mean, all that stuff is back going out the window. It's kind of going to remind me when it was Cole, Beasley, Switzer, and Witten was still there, how they could never get on the field. I say it's the same thing.
Yeah,
I just don't see the point. I mean, and I'm kind of mad, but he didn't even look out to be in greater shape to me. I seen him at the Tennessee game eating popcorn. I mean, he didn't like he was ready to go out there and play no football.
Come on, man. It's the off season. Let the man eat some popcorn.
No, I can't, Shannon, because I heard they didn't even look at him. They just signed him on good faith.
See, you know what?
Seriously?
You know what, sir? And that's what I try to tell people. We have to be a little bit more careful with our transparency because you were shocked when I was listening. Like, oh yeah, we just said, okay, you in shape? You all right? Yeah, come on. I'm like,
that's crazy, right, Nate?
I'm like, at least put him in some Tommy Johns and let's look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
That just, like, I don't know if that's true, but when they told me that and I see him eating popcorn at the Tennessee game, I'm like...
You are stuck on that popcorn, man.
Yeah, because his neck
I'm going to go get me some.
I'm going
to get me some extra butter popcorn.
Shannon, I'm looking at it like, he look like me. I'm not a football player.
Wow.
So I'm just nervous. I think it's going to make our team regress, and I know this is going to sound terrible, but... Does Witten truly know what it takes to get to a championship? I mean,
hey, don't be mean. Look here. Let me say this.
Okay, I told y'all
Let me say this right here.
Man.
Let me say this right here. You just have to be. In this case, you're gonna have to be patient and trust this here. Trust this here. Witten ain't going against the same old sorry linebackers or slow linebackers. These are different line. Van Der Esch is different. All of these guys, Jalen is different.
Yep.
You know, even Damian, these dudes are a little bit different. These safeties and corners are a little bit different. If he's having success against these guys, be confident that he's going to be all right during the game.
And if he don't, get another pair of Tommy Johns.
Now just go get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, get your popcorn. All right, Demetrius.
I love y'all,
Appreciate
man.
the call, man. Thanks.
I got to ask how many snaps.
Oh.
See, because that is what I worry about more than anything. Because if we're going to stop the development of Schultz and we're going to stop the development of Blake, that's not right.
No.
What do you think's a good snap count? What would you be okay with?
It's Jason Witten. I'm going to wait and see. And I'm being honest because I told you the other day, I'm like, he was making almost $5 million or so in the booth.
Yep.
And ESPN was invested, brother. They was all in.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't see him coming. I mean, yes, he's made more money. You know, okay, I'm not into his money. I'm just saying what you got to pay him for him to be on this field for the coach to say, the head coach say, we want you back. Who you think the tight ends coach going to say, hey, Jason, now come on, man, let's get the other guys a shot. Mm-mm. It's going to be somebody saying, hey, man, and we'll see. That's what I'm saying. Training camp is so huge because we have a better defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see. It's going to be some day. I'm like, hey, y'all, come on out here now. You coming to training camp for a change, man? You going to be a part of this?
Yeah, I'd like to.
You're going to start. Hey, you know what? You said this before we went on the air. How glad are you that your hair has grown back on a day like today?
Cold. I hear you, man.
Have you got it cut yet?
Nah, well, I just trimmed a little bit around the sides. But
I'm telling you, it's thicker than it was.
I think it might be.
It's a
grayer,
lot thicker.
You gave us in that, what is it, Black Jack or Jack Black?
Jack Black?
Yeah.
I need some, don't I?
I'm going to tell you
something. Got hair now.
Tell you something.
What?
The dude almost had me running down the highway at 100 miles an hour with both windows.
You upset, huh?
Yeah. It's just
bringing up coaching.
Then you know what's so funny on Twitter? Hey, so we got our next head coach. We just bringing in for 1 year tight end. I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? Jason Witten going to be out there.
Oh, you know that talk's going to start. You know
I'm like, man. I'm like, oh, my God.
The fans are going to have him and Chris Richard.
Sean Lee.
A co-head. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Forgot about him. Man, old Snake Lee. Eric, North Carolina, what's for lunch?
What's up, man?
Whoa!
Oh, wait, what was that? Oh. I'm sorry. I haven't yet to make it to
this
lunch
dude
yet,
dropping pans and Jason Witten got you upset like that?
Yeah, man, we try to get out 200 cupcakes, and we got a couple king cakes to make. We got a whole lot of stuff going on up here today.
It sounds like you about 100 cupcakes down from the way that pan hit the ground.
I am. But, I got to take me a couple minutes to come talk to my boys, man. Y'all know what's up, man.
How do you feel about this Witten situation?
Man, I'm honestly, I'm really surprised that so many fans are negative against this, man. But I look at it as a positive. You know, he's going to take that player coach role, and I think it's going to help. It's only going to help Schultz. It's only going to help Blake Jarwin get better. You know, he is a model. He's a model citizen for his community. He's one of the greatest players to ever play in this game. What is so bad about him coming back, taking these guys
how many snaps?
And showing them
how many snaps?
25 snaps, probably 25.
Hey, we need to do an over and under on this here. We need to do an over and under because this dude say 20. You think Jason Witten just going to play only 25 snaps? You are 100. You are 100 biscuits now. I mean,
he left the team and he's coming back. He knows his role has diminished. I think he wants to teach these guys and take them under his wing and make them better, you know, because he is going to make an outstanding coach one day.
Man,
if
oh my God!
Coaching, both of them will be outstanding coaches.
Eric already put him in the head coach's slot. He's coming back 1 year as an internship, and he's going
to be a head coach for some team someday.
Tennessee Volunteers. The Volunteers.
So what now?
Tennessee Volunteers.
Why not? Right? Why not go back to his alma mater? You know, once he builds his resume up. Coaching as an assistant coach for the Cowboys. He will be a hot take.
I hope he's here to coach and help.
I think he's going to be an outstanding coach. His mind is brilliant when it comes to football. And listen, you know.
How about his body? Is his body brilliant?
When I heard a caller say how slow Witten is. When has Witten never been fast? He's always been slow, guys.
Can he beat Kurt running?
The football field, and he posts those DBs up. He posts those safety up like a basketball player. He knows the little creases and crevices within the zones.
That's right.
He's a witty player, and he knows how to get open.
Secrets in the dirt.
You're not worried about a slow guy who took a year off?
If anything, not taking that contact on the line of scrimmage for a whole year might have rejuvenated his entire body.
Hey, you got to excuse Kurt, man. He's in hate mode.
Nah, I'm not.
He's not 40 years old yet, guys. I mean, this guy's still a pretty well-conditioned athlete, in my opinion. He's only 37 years old. I think he can get out there for another year and make an impact on those. Because, listen, guys, we all know we struggle on short, down and distance situations. We struggle inside the red zone, inside when it was goal to goal. We struggle. Now, a player is intelligent, as Witten is. How can he not help us, guys? Come on. He knows where
you ain't got to. You preaching to Kurt.
To convert that first down.
Don't you be laying
You're
me
preaching
out
Kurt. Would you pay Zeke or just let him go?
No, you cannot let a generational talent like Ezekiel Elliott go.
But Kurt think you can let him go.
No, I do not agree with that. I don't agree with that whatsoever.
Throwing me under the bus.
You're only going to get a guy like Ezekiel Elliott to come through your organization, I don't know, once every 10 to 15 years maybe. So a guy like that, you need to find a way to make it happen. I mean, I don't know. I'll send a couple dollars down there if it helps. I don't know. Whatever I have to do. We need to keep our core of players intact. That's Dak, that's Zeke, that's Tank, and even Byron Jones and Cooper when they come up next year. We have to make this work. Okay, so, I mean, the future's bright, and that's why Witten came back in the first place, in my opinion. He's seen the direction that his team is headed, and the switch over to Kellen Moore was very impactful, I believe. Everybody in the organization, I didn't even realize it at first, how highly regarded this young man is. And I feel like with him adding these new wrinkles into our offense, our concept of our passing game is going to improve. I think everybody's going to benefit, especially those young tight ends.
Eric, we got a show to do, man. Are you? Can we have the show back? Can we have the show back?
It's time
to Yes, sir. Listen, I love y'all guys, and next time y'all on air, I will be calling back.
Man, go fix your biscuits, man.
Hey, send us some cupcakes.
They heap them biscuits. He do biscuits with icing on top.
But hey, I got you.
All right, Eric, have a good one, man.
Hey, don't send them to Kurt because we still ain't got that piece of that Shannon.
Right, Shannon.
That's true. I'm gonna send them to Kurt. Y'all be good.
All right, man. Later. The man sent the pizza on a Friday and everybody was gone. That is not my fault.
Excuses.
That's not my fault.
Hellman was there, and that's also a complicating.
He's probably still
part
got
of
it.
The situation.
Probably still got it in his freezer.
Yeah.
I should ask.
Why did you poor Eric? Eric's asking. You're telling me I'm being negative about Witten. I'm basically saying the exact same thing you two are.
What's that?
Not, what you just said.
Well, actually,
what are we saying? What are we saying?
No.
What? No, what are we saying?
Putting words in.
Don't. Hey, I don't know about Zeke. And, old guy that
you want to go back through Zeke? We'll
take a year off. A slow guy that's taking a year off.
You just said the same thing a minute ago.
Why is your voice cracking?
Oh, you guys wear me out.
Puberty? Second puberty?
Second puberty.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
Is it? What happens in this second puberty?
Especially when it get cold.
You don't need to know.
What are you doing? Turning red, Kirk?
You guys wear me out.
Kent Garrison asked me to point out that there's an interview on DallasCowboys.com with Jerry on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry, point blank, says that he really wants Witten to coach here at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
So he doesn't want ESPN to hijack Witten from him.
Huh.
Now, he didn't. I don't know if he said head coach, but he wants Witten in coaching, and he wants that to happen here.
I think Witten wants to be a coach. That didn't surprise me at all. I think Witten wants to be a coach.
I tell you what, man. I used to want to be a coach, and after I see all the hours they put in,
Witten loves that stuff.
I know, but man, he's made all that money. He doesn't have to worry about money. He's got.
That's why he can coach.
But he's got a bunch of young kids that he seems to enjoy being around. He ain't ever gonna see them kids. He coaches, man.
His grandfather coached. I think both of his brothers coach. I mean, he said before he wants to coach. I mean, that's where he's at.
You know what people don't. And I ain't trying to be funny, but some kids like it that they dads or moms or whatever are special people like that, and they don't mind that they're not around, because I think when they are around, they give them all the attention they need.
Mm-hmm.
It's that quality versus quantity, and so Witten seemed like that type of guy that he can give that quality.
Yeah,
when he is around his kids. But I think they enjoy. Hey, my dad plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Some kids enjoy that, man.
Yeah.
So, but
what?
I just ain't never seen Kurt with this much just doubt. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say hate. I use the word doubt.
That's that voice crack.
Yeah, I mean, he doubting Zeke and he doubting Witten.
I don't doubt Zeke at all. Zeke is he's a great player. No
but not at $14, $13 million.
You want to see who led the league in rushing last year? What teams?
Yeah.
Seattle.
Who's their running
yards
back?
per game? Who's their running back?
A guy they're going to have to pay here real soon.
But they ain't paying him now. Number 2 is Baltimore.
Who's their running back?
Who's their running back?
The quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Rams are 3, but, again, Gurley got hurt, did nothing in the playoffs. Panthers, they're 4th.
But did they stop running the ball? And see, C.J. Anderson spilled the beans on
because they had
Wait a minute.
They had a great line.
Hang on.
C.J. Anderson spilled the beans the beans, and he said, "Man, this kid was hurt way more than people wanted to admit."
Yeah, he was hurt.
So the third and fourth team in rushing, the same guy. Didn't the same guy beat us?
What are you talking about?
Or did I just lose my mind?
Gurley didn't go for like a 40-yard touchdown on us, did he?
Yeah.
That same old hurt guy.
They also had one
that
of the
went
best
to
lines.
that went to the NFC Championship.
Had a best
game.
line, a good
that went to
game.
the NFC Championship game.
Now I'm talking
But
about.
he didn't do nothing. In the
Didn't
playoffs.
C.J. Anderson play for the Panthers when they beat us?
No, Denver.
Ah, that's right. Who was the
Panthers had the kid out of Stanford.
Let me tell you again.
McCaffrey. Yeah.
When we played this year's second-round playoff games called divisional,
Right.
Yeah. Somebody ran for like a 34-yard touchdown untouched, and nobody caught him. Guess who that dude was? It wasn't C.J. Anderson. You got another guess?
No, obviously,
running back in the league.
Gurley's a great talent.
Gurley was,
but you're going to spend $14 million on that.
They thought he was worth it, and when he got hurt, their team wasn't as good.
They went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they wasn't as good. But he helped.
Yeah.
We gave him 100 and how much rushing? 215 yards. And and that same guy that you said ain't worth it would rush for like 116 yards.
They're going to be able to pay him once they have to pay Goff. Goff's got.
By the time Goff come up, he'll be.
So he's
man, Kurt, why you bringing up? Why you dissecting the Rams roster, man? We got all this other stuff to talk about Cowboys news. You trying to get?
I'm just trying to help
salary cap.
I'm trying to help him get used to Zeke making more than $9 million.
If they can make it work, that's fantastic. But I just worry about tying up that position.
Well, there's another guy they got to make it work with first, Demarcus Lawrence,
right?
And they have till tomorrow at what? 4 o'clock?
3 here.
4 Eastern time
Yeah.
to franchise him or not franchise him.
So what you think they're going to do it?
I don't know. Let's talk about that when we come back. On Hanging with the Boys.
If you're like me and you love... if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
It's time for tailgating with the OtterBox boys.
OtterBox? The overprotected phone case company?
Yep, and they've got an essential tool for your next tailgate party. The bear-resistant venture cooler.
Now, wait. In all my tailgating days, I've never seen bears tackling brats on the blacktop.
And you never will, because a venture cooler with a locking kit is basically bear repellent.
Can't wait to try it out at my next tailgate.
That's been Tailgating with the OtterBox boys. Visit OtterBox.com to learn more about their certified bear-resistant venture coolers.
You want the most interesting, up-to-the-minute Dallas Cowboys news straight from the Star in Frisco? How about exclusive and on command? That's right, news and nuggets you can't find anywhere else. With our exclusive Cowboys content on Alexa, you can have all the answers, secrets, stories, and more. What's Stephen Jones thinking during a game? What's Joe Looney's favorite pregame meal? We take your questions to Cowboys players and coaches, and you can hear the answers directly back to you. Just say, Alexa, open Dallas Cowboys.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Snap to Prescott. They block it up beautifully. Fade, right side of the end zone. Jason Witten over the shoulder. That's a goat catch.
I think that was a one-hander, Brad.
Touchdown, Jason Witten, the GOAT. Wow.
The GOAT. That term is so overused these days, the GOAT. But you know what?
It's fun to call it.
He may be.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Witten may be the greatest tight end to ever play. He's right there with what? Gonzalez, Antonio Gates.
Gonzalez might have something to say about that.
Yeah. He's in the conversation, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Especially as a well-rounded who does everything.
Yeah.
Those other guys are receivers.
Yeah, well. Youth camps. Dallas Cowboys youth academies are dedicated to the development of young athletes and dancers of all skill levels through customized curriculum, personalized coaching, and interactive experiences with current Dallas Cowboys players and the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Registration is now open for spring and summer youth camps at the Star and AT&T Stadium. You can save $25 with early bird pricing when you register before May 1st. Register today, DallasCowboys.com/academy. You know who's running the football camps now?
Yes. We need to get him on.
We do need to get him on. Let's do that maybe next week.
Yeah.
Who is it? Did you just draw a blank?
Total went space.
Kurt, he's your teammate.
I know.
He's your new teammate. He used to play for the Cowboys, and you just went on a work retreat with the man last week.
Total blank. I just totally lost.
Oh my goodness, are you having a senior moment?
Yeah, it happens more and more.
Danny Mccray, former special teams ace of your Dallas Cowboys, runs our youth camps now.
It's embarrassing.
Welcome to the team, Danny.
Who is that, man?
Good luck getting him on the show. Danny Mccray, remember him? Safety for us, special teams ace, left here, and I think he went to Chicago for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So, LSU graduate or attendee. I don't know if he got his degree down there.
Me, Brian Broaddus.
Brian Broaddus.
From Houston. So, send your kids to Dallas Cowboys football camp and let Danny Mccray coach them up.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was some bad news last week. David Irving indefinitely suspended, which we didn't really probably won't miss him that much because he wasn't on the field.
No.
But Randy Gregory looked like he was kind of turning things around. When he was on the field, he was very disruptive. It looked like he possibly had the chance to be a great one. Still does if you listen to Jerry. Jerry thinks he can turn it around and get back.
Gregory, they say, hey, that's the ball!
Love that. That's one of my favorite drops ever.
I would like to hear what you have to say about it.
So this makes this particular person even more important with the D-line kind of depleting as we speak.
Yeah.
Demarcus Lawrence. What do you think, Kurt?
I hope they can work out a deal with him. I surely do.
You think he deserves a deal?
Yes.
I mean, because the last few guys, man, you got a bit iffy.
Yeah.
Long term, like what would you pay him? What is he?
I don't know contract.
He's probably what
in 5 years, I would think.
He's probably going to get around what, $20 million?
4 years. What are you going to
20 million, a little bit more.
Oh, Nate wants to go like 3.
No, 5 with a team option.
Okay.
I'm messing with Kurt today. I got to have me some fun. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think,
brother?
Is he deserving of a long-term deal on this?
Yes,
team?
he is. Yeah. And see, this is the funny thing about it. Last year, boy, he knocked down the doors trying to get over here to show his enthusiasm. Like, I'll show y'all guys one more year what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's kind of like, which they have the right to do. Management has went kind of silent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Tomorrow's the franchise tag deadline. Are they going to franchise tag him?
Man, I tell you what. Last year, you're right, Nate. Last year, he was doing cartwheels and backflips to get up here and sign that contract and say, hey, $17 million, I'm happy, I'm good. But to me, that was a good faith effort on his part because these guys don't like to be franchised.
Right.
To me, he was being the good guy and saying, hey, I'm going to put on this front whether it's real or not. I'm going to be happy with this, but I want to get paid. I don't get a good vibe from what's going, and I don't know anything. I don't know any talking or what they're doing, but I just don't. To me, silence is deafening.
Yeah, it was loud in this case.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. I just don't get a good feeling about this.
And you know what? And it's all about the guaranteed money. That's what. And this is just me speaking because you can give a dude $135 million for 7 years and guarantee him $30 million. Who nobody ain't going for that.
Mm-hmm.
But you guarantee to do $100 million. I mean, you sign a dude for $100 million, but you guarantee all of that now.
Yeah,
that's a different story. So,
they've got to franchise him though, don't they? Just keep other teams from approaching.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
And that worries me if they do that because I don't feel like he's going to be doing backflips up here to sign that contract. And he is your locker room guy now. He showed you that at the end of the season and in the playoffs. He's your guy. And if you piss off your guy in the locker room, that bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
That worries me. Now, if they franchise him with what are you doing over there?
I'm just saying, shaking a hand at it. Yeah, man.
If they
do that,
if they franchise him just to protect him and then try to work out a deal before we get into camp, I'm fine with that. But if they're franchising him and not able
continue to hold on,
that's going. I think that's going to be bad.
That would be bad. But I think the goal.
And you know what? He won't have to say a word. He won't. And that's the thing about it. He won't have to say a word. It'll be the other players like. Okay, you told us, we believe that if we valuable to this team, But like I tell people, that sounds good when everybody's under contract, but when you come from under contract, whether you had a great year or not so great a year, it still comes down to money.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm all for the player. I'm all for the player making as much money as he can. And then once you make that money, I'll be the first to turn against you if you don't earn it. I promise you, I'll be the first to say, man, we paying you all the money. You sorry? But I don't think that's Tank case.
No.
Sounds like they're far apart. One of the local papers is reporting they're pretty far apart. I mean, why is that? Why aren't they paying him? You said it's just they're working on guarantee.
I'm telling you, it's going to come down to guarantee
They
money.
worried about injury stuff or anything?
Sir, I don't know.
They got a lot of people to pay.
That's true,
brother.
A lot of people to pay.
But a lot of people ain't Tank Lawrence. See, I understand, and I'm with you, Doug. It's a lot. They got not this year, but Mr. Jones had an article a couple of weeks ago saying we looking at this thing like we've never looked at it before. Yeah. Because number one, I know Mr. Stephen Jones will never want to have this tied to his name again. Dead money.
Yeah,
right.
So they looking at we got to play Tank.
So you're paying him what? $20 million or what?
Yeah, Dak. Who else
paying
came
him
up?
$25 million.
And then we're gonna let Beasley hit the market and see if he'll come back.
You're gonna pay Zeke $14 million.
And see,
you got Cooper next year.
Zeke is gonna see the fifth year.
Yeah.
Now this is how I would do Zeke. And I'm not no management, but this is how I would do Zeke. I'll give him that 5th year, and once I get everybody signed, then in the middle of the year, out of nowhere, I'll be like, hey, man, let's do this. In the middle of the year, out of nowhere. But then all of a sudden, man, I think Russ with like 180 over 25 carries, 3 touchdowns. Hey, we just did Zeke,
Just with Lawrence, Zeke, and Dak, I mean, you could be talking $60 million tied up right there. Those 3 guys. Plus, you got to play Cooper. You got to, I mean, how
Coop going to see the 5th year. Zeke going to see the 5th year. So, these guys can see the 5th year. What's called slated for $13 million.
By that 5th year, though, you could be looking at $60, $70 million for 3 or 4 guys. How are you going to fill out the rest of your squad with quality players?
But see, if you can get that first year is what always crushes you, and you gotta. That's why I'm not big on the long term, because that 5th year, 6th year, unless it's team friendly, and none of these guys we mentioned can consider like I'm gonna give you a team friendly deal.
Yeah.
You know how I know I'm getting old?
Oh, what's that?
Remember Luke Perry from 90210? Lane Frost in 8 seconds?
Yeah, I never watched the show, but yeah.
Passed away. Dead at 52 from a massive stroke.
52? That's scary.
Yeah.
I'm 52.
Oh, sorry, Kurt. This hasn't been a good day for you on the show, has it? Well, fellas, man, we should just do a 2-hour show on Mondays.
Why not?
We don't have. Look,
Is that
Coach
Jason
Garrett?
Garrett?
Coach Garrett.
There he is.
Got on his glasses.
Yeah.
Who that next to him?
That's
You would have thought he was the offensive coordinator, but it's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
That's
I just went blank. What's his name?
It's not Bloom. It's the other kid.
Man, you're not good with names today, are you? What's this guy's name over here in the pink shirt? Across from.
I got Nate down.
Okay, you got Nate. All right, who runs the board? Who runs the board in the back?
Poor Douglas. He smashed his head on the toilet.
I'm trying to forget your name though.
So are you going to go eat lunch? You know, do he deserve? Is he worth?
Don't talk. You've blown us off the last two times.
Are you going to eat lunch?
Yeah, you've blown us off.
I got to get. I got to get my car inspected.
What's the deal?
You're
lately?
jumping on me about eating lunch. You keep blowing us off.
When we were doing daily shows, you were in the lunchroom with us every day. And since we've gone monthly, you leave, you go get your to-go boxes, cookies, and you get out of here.
We get off there. I got something for what you just said.
That was Stephen Brown.
Stephen Brown. Okay, what is his title?
Offensive assistant.
Okay, he's they showed him at the combine. This is live. They're doing 40s today.
Yeah, DBs.
Oh, okay. Well, fellas, we got to go. Unfortunately, Kurt, thanks for showing up.
Thank you, sir.
Nate, thanks for bringing it. Douglas, thanks for doing what you do.
Thank you for showing up, Zeke.
Thanks,
See that
little
guy
Zeke.
Shake your head at him. Yeah, he don't want to pay you.
Catch the ball. Catch the
Look
ball.
at him. Look
Kent,
at it.
thanks for doing what you do. Presley, thanks for scheduling everything. We'll be back.
Pay D-Law.
I guess.
Pay D-Law.
Pay D-Law. I guess we'll be back next week, huh?
Yes.
Next Monday.
I'm glad I don't have to give up all my money. If I was Jones, I want to give my money.
Hopefully with the D-Law contract talk about
I'm
it.
not sure if they've got
guaranteeing that
shows next week at spring break. For a lot of people. I'm not sure.
You leaving?
Yes.
You hitting Padre with the girls?
No. Probably got a honey-do list.
That's a good question.
Ain't no way in the world I'm going to spend my spring break, honey, doing nothing. Honey, we finna get out in this car and go somewhere and have a good time.
Hey, when does free agency start? That's this month.
Next Tuesday, I believe.
Next Tuesday, so a week from tomorrow. It's 13th, isn't it?
I think so.
Isn't that when it starts? Or the 12th? 12th or 13th?
I think it's a week from tomorrow.
Okay. So keep an eye on that because that'll be an interesting time around here with some of these, the Cole Beasley contract being up and a few others. So, all right, we're getting out of here. We'll see you possibly next week. If not, the week after.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Cover up your boys. Hanging with the boys. Bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?